This was long time coming. It's been over 2 months since it launched in China. Rumors had it that the phone will launch in India in the name of Realme XT 730G. Who adds the name of the chip to the name of the phone? What if there was no Redmi K20 Pro? Just Redmi K20 855. Or no Redmi Note 8 Pro, just Redmi Note 8 G90T. Terrible names. Of course, still not as terrible as how Sony names their headphones and earphones. XB900N, WH1000XM3, MDR EX255AP. That's 7 letters and 3 numbers. Why? Okay, enough of name calling. It's been named X2, so everything's fine now. But the thing is, it is actually more like Realme XT Pro. That's the reason we are doing a comparison between this and the XT to see what are the differences and whether it's worth spending a bit more to get the X2. Let's get started. Let's quickly get the unboxing done. Right after opening it, we see the beautiful avocado green Realme X2, the 30-watt VOOC 4.0 fast charger, a Type-C cable, a SIM ejector pin, some paperwork including user manual, and here's the SAR value information, and then we have a case. Also, I think I should have placed the camera like this. Now, not just the case, the X2 also comes with a pre-applied screen protector, but you know it's not enough. You know you need a tempered glass, and our sponsor Glazed Ink have some really good ones. What's special about Glazed Ink is that they have actual 2.5D curved glass along the edges, so the entire screen is covered. No air bubbles or awkward gaps like these, which you might get from installing any other tempered glass in the market. They are also available for most other phones, including the OnePlus 7T and the Redmi Note 8 Pro. So do check out Glazed Ink, link in the description. Use the promo code TJOC to get 10% discount. So the reason I said this phone is more like Realme XT Pro is because it shares a lot of features with the Realme XT. In fact, the body is exactly the same. Same design, same Gorilla Glass 5 on the front and the back, same plastic frame, same dimensions. The only thing exclusive to the Realme X2 Pro is that it has a new color option, avocado green. I think it's named pearl green in India, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Maybe the XT will also get it down the road, but as of now, Realme hasn't said anything about it. It's a well-built phone overall, looks premium too. The display is again the same, 6.4-inch Full HD Plus Super AMOLED display, easily one of the best in this segment. The similarities also extend to features like the loudspeaker. Both phones are high-res and Dolby Atmos certified. They have the same super fast in-display fingerprint scanner, dual-band Wi-Fi, double anti-lock antennas, and double Wi-Fi acceleration for better connectivity, especially while gaming. You prefer no lag, right? Same software on both phones, ColorOS 6 based on Android 9 Pie. ColorOS 7 is expected to arrive in 1 or 2 months. Realme says it's going to be close to stock Android, so let's hold on till it comes out. And even the same quad camera setup, yes, they're exactly the same. The XT offered great camera performance, and this should be no different. For images specifically, because for videos, the X2 is more capable. It can shoot videos using the ultra-wide angle camera. The XT cannot do that. The X2 also has an ultra steady mode for super smooth footage. The stabilization is excellent. You can also shoot portrait videos on the X2. And guys, it's just mind-blowing. Just look at this. The edge detection is unbelievably accurate. I shot this using the rear camera, by the way. There is one change on the camera front, and that's the front camera. 32 megapixels instead of 16 on the XT. Here are a few selfie comparisons. The difference is quite obvious. The X2's 32 megapixel selfies have better dynamic range and skin tones. There are 2 other important differences. The X2's selfies are noticeably wider. Of course, I shot all these selfies from the same distance from the phones, but as you can see, the X2 selfie has covered more of the scene. And number 2, the X2's images are much better under low light. They are much brighter. What else is different on the X2? The chip, of course. I just ranted about it for a minute during the intro. How could you not guess it? The X2 sports the Snapdragon 730G chipset. Now you might think the XT has 712 and this one has 730G. Both are 700 series chips, not much difference. No, absolutely not. The 730G is actually much better than that. It's quite comparable to Snapdragon 845. That was last year's flagship processor. So you get the idea, right? That's part of the reason why the X2 has better features like portrait video and all that. As in, the camera hardware is the same, but on the software side, the X2 performs better. On PUBG though, we get only Smooth plus Ultra setting on both phones. Honestly, I expected to see extreme frame rate setting on the X2. You also get Balanced plus Ultra and HD plus High. HDR is not available. The settings might be the same on both phones, but the actual performance is definitely a little better and smoother on the X2. It's obvious, it's got a better GPU and CPU, right? Another difference worth noting is the X2 comes in 3 variants, 464, 6128 and 8128. And there is a 6128 variant which is not available on the XT. 6128 is like the sweet spot. Most people don't want 8GB RAM, but they want 128GB storage. And that combination is not available on the XT. However, both phones have a micro SD slot that can expand storage up to 256GB. Both phones have a 4000 mAh battery inside. Yes, the X2 is more powerful, but you can still expect similar battery life. Because the Snapdragon 730G is an 8nm chipset, while the Snapdragon 712 on the Realme XT is a 10nm chipset. So the X2 is more powerful, but also more efficient, so you won't see any major difference in the battery life. But when it comes to charging, the X2 is clearly better, because it supports VOOC 4.0 fast charging compared to 3.0 supported by the XT. Basically, it's 30 watts versus 20 watts. I put them on charge when they were at 38% exactly. After some time, these were the numbers. Ignore the time because there was a power cut in between. And of course, you will be able to see even more difference while charging the first 50 to 60%. Basically, in 30 minutes, the X2 can go from 0 to 67%, while the XT can go from 0 to 50%, according to Realme. Now, the price is a major factor that decides the fate of the X2. Let's pick the same RAM storage variant from both models. That would be the 464 variant. I shot this video before launch, so check the description for the exact pricing details. The XT costs 16,000 rupees, so at anything less than 19,000, the X2 would be a great deal. 18K would be amazing, and the 6128 variant at 20,000 rupees would be perfect. Because here's what you get: a much better chip, Snapdragon 730G, better video capabilities, wider selfies that are also better under low light, much faster charging, and this beautiful color option. Sorry guys, I just cannot ignore that. Totally worth an extra 2 or 3,000 rupees. What do you think? What would you buy? XT or X2? Or any other phone? Tell me in the comment section. Let me know if you have any queries, I'll get back to you. And that's pretty much it. Subscribe, hit the bell icon, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.